I gonna play this game because I like this game. I'm just gonna try out games, see if they work, see if I enjoy recording them, and see if people like watching them, and then I'll go from there. So be sure to like and subscribe. Anyway, this game is about building a little civilization, and you use robots to automate everything. And I really like these types of games. I'm gonna turn off bot recharging. Bot recharging is essentially your bots have battery life, and you need to power them up every so often, and that just gets annoying. So I'm just not gonna do that. I'll just name them. Just name the world Bob. There you go. Welcome to the world, Bob. Or I guess I'm welcome to Bob the world. Okay, so these are all the things that we have to do. We have our list right here of stuff we can do. There's tutorials for all of them, but I don't need a tutorial. I'm too good for that. What do I do again? So we want to make a crude workbench and a bot assembly unit. Why is this game lagging so badly? So this is where we can make our tools. And you can use like stones to cut down trees, but axes are just faster and just better. And now we build the bot assembly unit. I'm sorry for the lag. And those little star things right there, they just mean that we're doing progress right here. So you can see tree, tree chopped down 2 out of 3. Okay, now we need planks. So I have to chop a log with an axe, and it'll give us some planks. And this is where we build all of our robots. Right now we only have a basic robot, so I guess we kind of have to build them. There are a lot of things that you have to do and a lot of resources you have to gather constantly. So you really need the automation that you get from these robots. So to get poles, you just chop up a plank. Easy. A tree seed. And there's our first robot. We have this new tab where we can name the robot, and we can record, start his program, tell him to drop everything, come to us, follow him. We could trade him. Got an inventory. He's got 3 slots and a backpack slot. Never mind, that's an upgrade slot. He has 3 hand slot and an upgrade slot. We could also give him hats and shirts, so that's cool. But for this guy, I'm gonna have him dig holes for trees to be planted. So we're gonna find a nice place, nice and open, like over here. But essentially how we're gonna start, I can press space to pull a bot, and I can name this one Pullman, Pullmanata, Pullman. There we go. And I press record. We have all of these. This uses a block coding system. So I'm gonna go over here, this tree stump. Let's see right here. My nearest tree stump in this area. Move to target, use held item. I actually don't want it to just target tree stumps, so I'm gonna target soil instead. And I can press this to change the area. I like to put it into this alternating, because they naturally do that anyway, for trees specifically. And I like to make the area a little bit smaller, like this big, and I'll show you why later. And we do this forever. Then we press play, and he'll go ahead. He's very slow because he's at the very basic bots, but he'll automatically do that. He'll deal with getting that up, and then we will go make more bots. Now we have our second bot, and I'm going to teach him. I'm gonna call him Freeman. He's gonna go over. I'm gonna show him to chop trees in this area. Gonna have him clear out this entire area. I'll get started on that. And just for the sake of being neat, I'm gonna dig up all these stumps myself. Now that those are all gone, I'm gonna reassign this guy. Gonna have him cut in this area. Now we just need to get another bot. Nice and easy. And we are going to build a pallet. This stores logs, planks, poles. Like it stores these like boulders as well, which we're gonna need for later. That doesn't really matter right now. I just want to get a log storage set up so I can have this robot over here pick up the logs and just put him in there for easy access. So with that, I'm gonna get this guy. Just gonna name him log collect, and I'm going to press record. Going to find nearest log in this area, which this is why I made this area smaller, because I want the collector to be able to access these parts, because sometimes if a tree is cut here, it might fall over here. And if we extended it to be over here, and then it falls out of range, we can't get the collector to grab it, and it'll just lay there. That's why I made this purposely small. For later use, I'm gonna have this until hands full. I can do this, which means if their hands are not full, but they can't find any more logs, they will skip it and they'll just go to the next part. Now these guys, they only have 3 slots, which is, as you can see in the bottom right, that hand thing, it says 3. That means it takes up 3 slots to carry. So these guys can only carry 1, but later bots will be able to carry multiple. So just so I can reuse the code, I'm putting it in right now. And I'm just gonna put it in here. Do a repeat until hands empty. Exit on fail, and then do that forever. And then this guy should go grab logs, so 1 by 1, and it'll bring them back. So now I won't have to go grabbing over there, because you can see when I pick something heavy, character goes really slow, and we don't want that. So it's helpful to have a bot which doesn't have muscles to pick it up instead. So next, I want to get the tree seeds into storage. You don't have to get the tree seeds in the storage. You can tell a bot to pick them up and then just plant them. But for later use, I will want to have them in storage. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And it's as simple as going over here. Fill hands full. Exit on failure. Mark in the particular area. And right-clicking on the storage. Fill hands empty. Exit on failure forever. So now I just need a robot that will plant the seeds. So you get this guy. I'm gonna name him tree plant. I go here. Fill hands full. Exit on failure. My nearest hole in this area. I'm gonna do it to alternating. So it's only targeting those. Fill hands empty. Exit on failure. Forever. So now we can just sit back and watch as our currently automatic forestry goes on. Unfortunately, it's not entirely automatic. Eventually, this guy's tools. Well, there we got our my first forestry complete. So we'll get a little certificate and a party hat and a chopping block, and we get a little commemorative slab right there. We also get this chopping block, which is what we'll use next. But like I was saying, this guy's tool will eventually break, and we have to replace it. So we have to get people to mine stone, we have to grab sticks, we have to get them to craft, and we have to get them to give the tools out. So we still have a lot to do. Next step, we're just gonna make one of these chopping blocks. I'm gonna move this storage for convenience. And this chopping block essentially allows us to not need an axe in our inventory to make planks. So So we can just over here, pop this in. Takes a little bit of time. And then drop it into planks. Easy as that. And we can do the same with poles. Put a plank in there. Next, I'm going to make a robot to mine the stone over here. I call him a stone man. Oh, I suck at typing. Oh, and before I do that, I should do teams, because we can do, they call this forestry. And then we have pole man, log collect, seed collect, tree man, tree plant. Put them all into this team, and then we just minimize that. And if we need to adjust the team, we can stop all of them at the same time, play them all at the same time, and basically that allows us to I'm actually gonna put an extra mark here for mark 0, because these are the mark 0 bots, and eventually I want to just press stop, call them all to me, and just get rid of them, because I believe there is a limited capacity for robots. Actually, there might not be in Enlightenment. Oh well. I'm still gonna replace them later, regardless. So it's good to have these here, just so you can control the entire team at once, and it's not so cluttered with a line of robots. So anyway, ready to take Stone Man, grab the pickaxe, press record, tell him to mine this area, tell him to do that forever, hand him the tool, and let him go to work. Yeah, so this guy's axe broke, so I'm gonna just make him a new one for now, just to keep him going, but we will have to automate that later. So actually, good time to do this. Tell him to stop. Tell him to do this until this storage is full, and then put a forever over that. But once this is full, he'll stop felling trees. And oh great, it's raining. Okay. You can stack these storages up to 3 high. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so now we have these storages. We're gonna go ahead and stack them one by one so they can't do them at the same time. And we get a total of 100 storage space. So I am going to build storage, and we're going to use it for this stone mining operation up here. Now I have this guy, I name him Stone Collect forever. Now I need to build more storage for the next thing I want to do. Now we're going to have this guy collect sticks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a couple of extra crude workbenches, and by a couple I mean 3, of course. And we're going to start with picking pickaxes. Alright, we're going to take this guy, and we're going to go this. He should have enough space for this, though he doesn't have enough storage for that. So what I'm going to have him do instead is I'm going to have him do that until this workbench is full, and repeat that forever. He's just going to go through that and wait for that to be empty. And then I'm going to make another robot. And what he's going to do is just going to grab this and then give. Easy as that, forever. Now, we need to work on shovels and axes. Alright, now we have our lineup of bots. I should probably tell you, right up here, you have number of kilobytes free, and every 1 kilobyte is essentially just one block of code. So that's why I couldn't get this guy to do everything, because he already had 12 blocks of code. So with 2 free, he should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See? 1-to-1 ratio. Nice and simple. So we're gonna have this guy make spades, and we're gonna do the same with the axe. So now it's fully automated. We have stone fully automated, and we have logs fully automated. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna automate making poles and planks. So now we have automated planks as well, which will save me a lot of time. And now we have all of our supplies. I won't have to spend any more time chopping. That's all up to this guy now. Very nice. And we're also approaching the last of our goals. So I believe now, I think next is farming. So there's mushrooms, there's berries, there is apples, pumpkins. I think I'll just deal with the fruit and mushrooms for now. Actually, I'm gonna try to do some automation for creating robots. Right, well, there's our certificate. Get the bot database. It is very useful. So the bot database is super useful because we can make folders and we can basically save programming. So say this guy, or here, let's say Treeman. I go bot database, go upload Treeman, and there I have all of this code, and I can apply it to any other bot. Like if I want to go to this one, and that, I could link it to program. And I see it's linked right there. And if I ever change one of these guys' programming, it'll change all of them. There we go. So now they will make continuous bots. So now I only have to worry about programming. I don't have to do any work. Well, that's not true, but we'll get to that. So we need a spot to plant berries. I think this little area, have them dig that up. Just dig that right up. And turf, you can move faster on it than you can on like soil. See that movement? And you compare it to moving on turf, it's a much faster. So I'm also going to build a storage. What else is new? And get that turf stored up, just so we can use it for later. And since I'm building so many storages, I'm actually going to have a couple bots build storages for me. And he will build any blueprints he'll put planks in that I have in this area. I would just sit back for a while and wait until an issue arises. Okay, I think I've waited long enough. So I want to have this guy, call him Berryman. And all he's gonna do is he's gonna have a stick, and he's just gonna hit the bush. And that's it. That's his job. He's gonna do that forever. Well, he's gonna do it until the storage is full. Forever. We're gonna have this guy, berry collect. I have him collect the berries, obviously. We're gonna have a berry plant. And he's just gonna grab this and plant them. And now we continue to wait. I'm actually gonna make a change real quick. I'm gonna turn this to alternating. Or, hold on. Actually, that might not be so bad. Checkerboard. Okay. I think that'll probably be better. This way, they won't have to walk through the berry bushes and be super slow. And there's our fruit. Excellent. And now we wait. Alright, looks like it's all done. But I think that's where I'll end it off for now. I'll probably do more of this. I do really enjoy this game, so may as well. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you later. Peace.